for a large part, we don't know what to do with communion. Like, we've seen so many good things. We've seen so many weird things. Maybe we haven't seen it at all, and this is just a random thing called communion. A pastor around town was telling me where he went to a church one time where they had a table slightly larger than this, and the lady, and I believe very heartfelt, so I'm not necessarily making fun of the desire behind it, but I could see where it went horribly wrong. And she built, out of different kinds of breads, like pumpernickel and sourdough and all that different stuff, a life-size replica, or at least what we assume, life-size replica of Jesus' body laid out on a table. In the shape, with bread in the shape of the body of Christ, and then covered up with a white blanket. So when you come in, you're coming to worship, and all you see is like a dead body on the altar. Like, I mean, if you don't have any reference to church, you're like, this is not going to go good. This is bad. And then even more awkward, you come up, and it's time to take the bread, and there's no, like, little crackers like we have. Like, you have to pick the bread apart from the body. And I don't know about you, I just don't know where I'd choose from. There's honestly no real appropriate place to grab. Maybe the small toe, I don't know. Maybe that'd be fine. Maybe you wouldn't bother getting his toe pulled off. I don't know. But I say all this stuff not to make fun of communion, but just to say the fact that, if we just go through the motions of communion, we go through the mechanics of it, and we don't have our hearts wrapped around it, we don't know why, there's not something that's actually stirred up a fire and a flame on the inside of us that's real. If we go just through the motions, we're going to miss it. And then it just becomes this just weird thing that we do once a month that doesn't really mean anything. And, I've seen it from both sides. I've seen it where people literally worship the communion elements, where these are more important than the God that we serve. And that's not good. But I've also seen people treat this table like it was something that you eat at a fast food restaurant, with no reverence, no respect whatsoever towards the sacrifice that Jesus Christ paid on the cross for every single one of us. As Christians, we are called to honor and respect this time, and to look at it as a time where we are able to see and glorify and rejoice in what God has done for us.